Alrighty guys, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. In today's episode, we are going to be working on Havenwood Village again. Pumpkin, you can go ahead and join me. And of course, since the realm hates us, it is going to be pouring outside. That's alright. But anyway, if you guys missed the last episode, we went ahead and got the fastest horse. When is this coming out? Okay. Next week's episode, we're going to be decorating for Halloween. Sorry, we almost had to change plans there. But anywho, yeah, inside of the last episode, we went ahead and got the fastest horse. And we built the defensive wall of Havenwood. Okay, I guess I'm still connected, that's fine. So yeah, I also went ahead and chopped down a bunch of trees and stuff in preparation for today's episode. I don't know what we'll be building yet, but look at that. Look at that. Isn't that just such a cool little site? It's a lot closer than what I always thought it would be. But I think it looks so good. Eventually, I plan on putting iron golems inside of each of the little turrets and stuff, so that way it sort of looks like there's guards patrolling it and stuff like that. It'll be cool to eventually get this gate to be working, whether that be via gravel or if it's actually the iron gates that can go up and down. I think we have just about enough room up there. We can always modify the wall to actually be able to accommodate it. But I think that would be really fun. Yeah, but I think in today's episode, we're going to be building a couple of buildings over here. Probably building up the blacksmith really quickly. Just to get it sort of up and going. We'll try and work on the courtyards a little bit. So maybe these two buildings for today. Maybe even the tavern. I don't know. That's a lot to do. Yeah, we'll just kind of screw around here and see what we can do to get it a little bit better. But without any further ado, let's get started on the blacksmith. And here we go, the blacksmith. This is going to be probably one of our least visited shops inside of the village of Havenwood. But it does serve a crucial role. Every single village and city has to have a good blacksmith, and that's what we have here. I'm playing around with the name of Mr. Black's Smith, you know? Or Mr. Black and Mrs. Smith. I don't know, we'll see. Mr. Black, Mr. Smith. It's Blacksmith. I don't know. I feel like that's really gonna screw me up. Anywho. So I'm toying around with that name for it. But I'm really pleased with how this build looks. It's not finished by far. We still have a bunch of things to do too. We still have to get some blacksmiths to actually put in there. But our move-in day episode was more or less letting the villagers out. No one's really moved into their proper houses just yet. So we still have that to look forward to. Yippee! But yeah, I'm really pleased with how this blacksmith has turned out. I think the little canopy really sells that it's more of a dirty establishment. Well, not necessarily dirty, but, you know, like sooty establishment. As I mentioned later on, the diorite will look like heavily sooted, like white cloth or something. And they just don't bother cleaning it because, you know, it's just going to get dirty again. But yeah, I'm really pleased that we're actually starting on this side of the village. I think it's going to be cool once winter hits and all of the buildings are enveloped with this white haze and stuff. And actually, I think it will snow, hopefully, with the texture pack that we have on. So that'll be exciting. And anywho, one time lapse later, brief intermission before we get started on whatever else we're going to be doing in today's episode. I need your opinion. What do you think of my new outfit? What's your honest opinion? This is going to be like my Halloween or not Halloween. What month are we in? We're in November. As of this recording, it is November 22nd. So I felt the need to... Oh, I thought there was a llama down there stuck. I felt the need to go ahead and put on a lovely red Christmassy outfit instead. I went ahead and made a whole bunch of different character colors for my skin, just so that way we have all sorts of different outfits and stuff to wear. So this will be sort of our little Christmas skin for right now. But anywho, despite my amazing outfit change, we've also gone ahead and finished up the shell of our blacksmith, which I'm really pleased with. I'm using deep slate here for the canopy just for right now. It's not going to always be deep slate. I think eventually it's going to be blackstone or a different type of black material that we can say is cloth. And the diorite is acting as a white cloth as well that's just been dirtied with soot, that they don't really bother cleaning because they, in their mind, it's just going to get dirty again, you know, so it's like, well, might as well. I'll go ahead and give you a quick brief of the interior. This is it. We haven't done anything to it as of yet, as you can see. I'm going to tidy it up probably just off screen because you guys have seen me do it a dozen times inside of the new portion of the village. Just look at that view. That's beautiful. Whoever this blacksmith is, man, they're lucky. But we're going to be putting in some forging areas here and right here. We'll have a staircase going upstairs that unfortunately they will not be able to use because they hate me. And we'll maybe put another outdoor forging area here and just have it all share that chimney, because there's going to be a chimney there and one on the other side to make weapons. And I think that'll work really well. We'll put a little stand here and it'll be sort of the pickup area. Actually, we can just quickly mark that out. Together, let's see, we'll grab a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and like I said, this will be mostly temporary, but we can put down something like this so we can have a little pickup area right here, and heck, even maybe even put it here and then put a little trapdoor there, so that way the blacksmiths can actually be outside, inside of the room. I think they can technically jump over this, so it'll be mostly for show, or it'll be a villager we don't really care about. We'll have the important ones locked up inside. Which we still haven't done over here, mostly because we're mostly surviving off of the farmers right now from Carol's Bakery. So I'm really pleased with this building. I think we're going to do a couple more things over here, probably tidying up a little bit here. We aren't going to be building any other buildings today. Today's been just sort of, or I guess this week has just sort of been a little bit of a busy week. But don't worry, we're going to be, like I said, tidying this up. We're probably going to hopefully build the path actually connecting to the gate, just so that way it looks all clean. We'll be planning out a couple more of the other buildings. But I think we're going to be tidying up the courtyard and maybe putting in a small fountain. A little horsey stable area right here I think would be nice for like public stables. That way we can also use them. But I figured I'd also mention, inside of, I don't know if it was last episode or if the episode before that, we actually had one of the iron golems escape the compound. I don't know if you noticed it, but inside of, oh, what were we building? Oh, we were just building the wall. It was literally last episode. We were building the gate, or that house, like that turret right there. You could see the iron golem climb outside of the fence and then climb back in, because I came back earlier to double check they were all here, and they were all here. 1, 2, okay, he might be dead. But anywho, this area over here needs redone, because look, they can just climb up here, and since they're technically 2 blocks by 2 blocks, they can just climb up here and then walk straight across this, and then just same thing, walk straight across here, and then boom, bro was out. And then he got back up by just, that was gonna be an old building, I need to take that down. Then he just climbed right back up here and came back in like nothing ever happened. Y'all are clever. And as you can see, yeah, we gotta work a little bit. How many of you guys have been dying in there because of entity cramming? Go on now. Go ahead and repopulate the village, you freaking Neanderthals. I tell you what. Yeah, and also I'm going to give a little bit of background information on the gate. No lore dumps or anything, just more or less the gate's design, since it's more finished now. I didn't really give too much information on it inside of the last episode, which I apologize for. I kept meaning to, but then I just immediately would forget. So right down here, we're going to have a little bit of a general slope that'll then lead to the gate. There's going to be like a step up about here to get to the middle point before stepping up again, to make it easier to defend if like invaders are coming in. This area here is actually just to mimic this. So it would sort of clink right in. I think we need to technically get rid of these blocks because I don't think it would technically go in clean. Hold on, my brain hurts. Yeah, no, it wouldn't go in clean. Because it would have to be full block, stair, full block, stair, full block, stair, full block. Yeah, okay, my bad. So yeah, we'll be cleaning that up. But that way, if we ever have to close the gate, it can actually be a proper, boom, fully closed gate instead of it looking open and stuff all the time. The gate will always be open. I don't know, there's a siege or something. Hint, hint. But we'll probably just put a baby gate there to keep the villagers from escaping. And then let me quickly show you guys how we'll actually get up here. And like I mentioned earlier inside of the video, I plan on putting guards up here. Mostly because I think that would be fun. And as you can see, all of the turrets and stuff are filled in now. It is 100% a solid wall. Here I'm going to put a cannon, so we'll probably be modifying the crenellations here to make it look a little bit more fitted for a cannon, I suppose, so it can turn and stuff. So this wall will only be supporting 2 cannons with 4 armed guards on it at all times. And as you can see, it's going to look so nice. And I think that canopy there really sells it. The blacksmith, that is. Because I think it's more of an outdoor type of build, I suppose, for the blacksmith, that is. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it. I still, like I said, I don't know if we'll do that on stream or we'll move all the villagers around. Be sure to check out my stream. I think I want to start streaming every Saturday. Whether that's going to be Minecraft or a different game. I might be a Minecrafter, but I do enjoy a good horror game and just sort of a good adventure game. I want to start playing Fallout. I've never actually done that. I think that would be really fun. But anyway, I'll stop yapping. Let's go ahead and get started tidying up. I forgot the button. The courtyard. So anywho, first thing I decided to do for our tidying up is add in a brand new building, of course. This is going to be at the guest stable area, mostly for the entire village of Havenwood, as well as mostly the tavern that's going to be right next door to it. I wanted a really nice outdoor area for the horses to gather and actually have an actual place for them instead of just having them tied up to a post outside the building. All of the businesses are going to have fence posts for you to tie your horse up at, but this is sort of the place for them to sleep at night. And I think it was rather effective in how it came out. So yeah, I'm really pleased about that. And as for the rest of the tidying up, I still haven't really tidied it up at all. I more or less just expanded my mess. But oh well, that is what it is. I think it looks really nice how it turned out. I'm really excited to build the tavern eventually. So next week we're going to be decorating for Christmas. The week after that will either be the tavern episode or the city hall. We'll probably do city hall first, then the tavern, because I'm really excited about the tavern, or city hall. I think that'll be a really, really fun build to do. And it'll also be sort of another base of operations, and I can move some stuff into there while I'm building up the rest of it. But without any further ado, I will stop talking. Alrighty, so as you guys saw from that it is now the next day, so if my voice sounds a little tired and sleepy, that's because I just woke up. Anywho, so as you saw from that last time lapse, we have gone ahead and laid out the foundation, our floating foundation, new and improved, for Havenwood Hall. I think it's going to be actually a lot nicer than what I initially thought it was going to look like. Initially, it was going to be a big 3x3, kind of like the front facade of Hawthorne's. But I thought about it and I was like, that's going to be gigantic for like this. Like, it would have been the size of this courtyard. And it's like that building wouldn't be used except for maybe like a bit, because we're going to have like a courthouse, you know, sort of area inside, like on the second story, and then like government offices on the first floor or something where the nitwit can work or something. But yeah, so these little corner bits here are going to be little turrets. There's going to be 5 towers on this building. 4 that'll connect to the ground, and then the last one will be on top of all the gables for the roof. I went ahead and just threw down. I've fallen. Oh, I got scared. I went ahead and threw down a planter right there just to see how it looks. It's more of an experiment. Because keep in mind, since this area would be the older part, to me that means that a lot of the grass has been covered up. There's not going to be a whole bunch of grass for like the natural areas, so they would have like secluded trees into like giant planters and placed them around where they could and stuff. But I don't know, we'll see what we do. We'll probably still include a couple more trees. But yeah, this is what I meant when I said just tidying it up a little bit, getting the path so that it's actually flowing back to the village so I don't have to keep jumping. And I gotta say, I think it turned out really good. I've never usually been someone who does more organic feeling paths, but I really like how the stairs and the slabs and even the full blocks sometimes make it just feel so organic. And the reason it's a little bit higher on this side, this is going to lead into a little neighborhood of 3 houses or something. So like 1, 2, 3. And there's going to be another house here, so we might have to destroy this planter. So yeah, there's going to be about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's probably going to be 6 houses, just the small 1x1s here on this side. And then on this side we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that only 4? Yeah, it is 4, and then a couple shops. So good. Okay, there's going to be more houses on the original side. That makes me happy. Okay. Yeah, we still need to address the issues here. That's all right. Oh yeah, I found a. But yeah, you guys were there for that. What am I talking about? You guys were right there. A child. Little Timmy. Sorry, I didn't mean to just come into your house. I apologize. Oh dear. Oh dear. No one's gonna come to the Christmas party at the mansion. Oh, I can already feel it coming. Or I'm gonna get uninvited. Okay. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and just take you guys back to the house for a little bit, and we're just gonna talk about what we're gonna be doing for a little bit. Because we have a couple of plans to come up, and a couple different paths that we can choose. There's a lot of loose ends that I still have to clean up, that I don't think really deserve their own video. Kind of like the roof or the ceiling inside of the stables. I feel like that, if anything, we'll probably do on stream one of these days. We'll do a big cleaning up stream or loose end stream. And look at that stable. Isn't that just so pretty? I don't know if I've shown you guys it since I've properly finished it. We still need to include all the pathways. It's not funny. All of the paths along this side. Because, as you can see, it's just pathway blocks for right now, and I need to finish these planters. I always need to finish up a couple things over here. Yeah. Now, I don't actually think a lot has changed here. And as you can see, we still have Violet and Mayhew, our mule. Oh, Mayhew the mule. That works. Okay. For at the other area, I hadn't named him yet, but I think that's a cutie little name. Yeah. But I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek for next week's episode, where we'll be decorating for Christmas and stuff. So as you can see, we're going to be doing a classic green and red Christmas pattern, as you can see by my outfit. It's going to be really nice in here. It's going to be very festive. We're going to be putting the Christmas tree inside of the green drawing room, however, mostly because I feel like one of the drawing rooms are one of the only places that are big enough to actually be able to support the Christmas tree, and it's going to go... Oh, it's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. As for the leaves on the ceiling, we're going to leave them up for a little bit longer. When the Christmas texture pack hits, we're going to see how it looks. I think it'll be all right. We'll just have to see. But yeah, I've gathered a bunch of stuff in here. I went ahead and moved all of the Halloween decorations to the attic, so I'll go ahead and show you guys what the attic situation looks like for right now. Speaking of which, we'll probably, when winter does come, and after we finished up a couple of things in Havenwood, I plan for us to return to working on the house just to finish up the ignore these fine gentlemen. How do you do? Yeah. As you can see, this is my storage for all of our Halloween stuff that we had last year. And this is the sort of the working layout of the upstairs area. I'm pretty pleased with it, but yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. I don't know. We have plenty of time to before we can actually start working on it. But I think that's a pretty big room. I don't know. Because I want there to be servant rooms, but at the same time, I like the idea of more state bedrooms. Love me a good state bedroom. It's so nice and big and grand. But oh well. Oh, cute. That trapdoor was open the whole time. Could have died. Oh, dear. But, anywho, I think we're going to go ahead and call it for today's episode of Minecraft. And hopefully, inside of the next one, the snow will have finally begin to drop, and we can start decorating for Christmas. But anywho, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this episode of Minecraft. If you did, feel free to hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you all inside of the next one. See ya!